everyone, so today we're diving into the world of theory again, and we're looking at the circle of fifths, okay? What does that mean? Whoa. Okay, by the end of the video, everything will make sense, and this is another tip that's gonna definitely help you conquer the fretboard and conquer music as a whole. In terms of writing, playing, everything will start to slowly make sense. This is just another one of those building blocks that we go through, and it will slowly help you understand music as a whole, okay? So stick around to the end. Anyone can understand this. I'm gonna give you some rhymes and some tips to really help make sense of it all, and that's it, let's get started. So you're probably wondering, Pat, why are you at the very edge of frame here? You're gonna fade out into nothingness, yeah? It's because we're gonna use all this side to draw our circle of fifths, okay? It's gonna make sense. It's gonna be really easy. We're gonna do it together, okay? So remember when we've used this order of tones and semitones, yeah? How many millions of times have you heard me say this now? Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, yeah? Or you could think of it as T for 2 frets and S for a single fret, okay? So if you start on C and you use that order of tones and semitones, you get the C major scale. But that's also all the notes that can be found in the key signature of C major. So what that means, on every different, let's write out the numbers here, on every different scale degree, 1 to 8, on all of those different degrees, you can build a chord. And all those notes within those chords, whether it's triads or further extensions, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, that we will look at later on, but whether it's any sort of chord, if it's within this key signature, all the notes can be found between these 7 notes here. I say 7 because of course the 8th note is just the first repeated, yeah? So we've made a major scale, which is also the key signature, and it's C. I always come back to C. It's easy to remember because there's no sharps or flats, okay? So we're gonna build, you can think of it as a wheel, a circle, a clock, okay? We're gonna build this circle here, and C is at the top. C is at 12 o'clock if it was a clock, okay? Because there's no sharps and flats. It's very, very easy to remember. So you're probably wondering to yourself, all right, okay, I know that C major, the key signature, there's no sharps or flats, but what's this circle of fifths and how are we gonna get there? Okay, so all that the fifth is saying in the circle of fifths is that we're gonna move round the circle like a clock, okay? Either we're gonna move clockwise or anti-clockwise, okay? We're gonna move around that circle using the fifth interval, okay? Using a perfect fifth interval. You can think of it like that. Let's quickly have a recap of intervals, guys, because circle of fifth, it means you're using that interval, the perfect fifth, okay? And you're gonna go round in perfect fifths clockwise, or you're gonna go the other way anti-clockwise in perfect fifths. So let's have a recap. So we'll start on C, and if you move up a semitone higher in pitch, okay? If you move up a semitone higher from C, you get D flat, okay? D flat or C sharp. So we've moved up a minor second, okay? Now, starting on C again, we're gonna move up 2 frets on the guitar, so we're gonna get a major second. 3 frets, we're gonna get a minor third. 4 frets, we're gonna get a major third. 5 frets, we're gonna get a perfect fourth. 6 frets, we're gonna get a augmented fourth or a flattened fifth. And finally, if we move up one more step there, we're going to get a perfect fifth. So that's really what we're talking about here, guys. We're moving up a perfect fifth, okay, in key signatures, or we're moving up 7 semitones or moving up 7 frets. Now this is a really, really easy way using this clock or wheel method to work out exactly how many sharps or how many flats are in a key signature. So if you pick up a piece of music and there's some sharps written at the start of the stave, what does that mean exactly? So that's what we're getting into, okay? So if you see a certain number of sharps, you can instantly work out what key signature, and same goes for the flats, okay? So now that we have there the C at the very top there, okay? No sharps or flats. We are going to move, okay? We're gonna move a perfect fifth or 7 semitones, okay? Down the next step, which would, you know, on a clock face would be 1 o'clock to G, okay? That's our next key signature. Now, the reason why it is G is because, again, it's a perfect fifth. The wheel moves in fifths, okay? And G has 1 sharp in it, okay? So C major had none. G has 1 sharp, okay? So that 1 sharp is on the F sharp, okay? And just a quick test, just so you understand completely what we're doing, is we're gonna quickly get rid of that, okay? Let's make a major scale using G, okay? So we've got G there. We move up a tone, we get A. Move up another tone, we get B. We move up a semitone, we get C. Another tone there, we get D. Another tone, we get E. Another tone from E goes to F sharp, and then a semitone finishes it back on G. So if you have a look, there's the G major scale. It's got 1 sharp on F sharp, and so back to the clock face, the first sharp key signature that we're looking at is G, because it has 1 sharp there. That's on the F sharp, okay? Now, if we move down another step to, you could think of it as like sort of 2 o'clock, okay? All it is another fifth up from G, which is D, okay? So D has two sharps. There's one on the C sharp and there's one on the F sharp, okay? So if you've been sticking around so far, good job. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, how am I gonna remember all these sharps and flats? It's actually quite easy. So just remember this, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. That's it, okay? Father, meaning, if we go back to the wheel, F, okay? F for father. What that means is the first sharp key signature has an F sharp in it, okay? Father Charles. Next down, we've got D, okay? And the two sharps, Charles, there's a C sharp, and there's also, the first sharp is in there too. So Father Charles, there's two, F sharp and C sharp. So next we move down again, okay? Father Charles goes, so there's F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. Next we go down again, Father Charles goes down and, okay, so there's A sharp in there as well as all the others. We go down again, Father Charles goes down and ends, and then we go down again, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So what that means there is that last key signature at the bottom, all right? The very last part of the sharp key signature has one, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. 7 sharps, and those are the order of sharps that it has in it, okay? So if you're ever looking at a piece of sheet music and you see that it has 7 sharps there, that's the key signature, and that's how you work it out, okay? So we've done half of the clock face, well done. So now that we've got the order of sharps, okay, Father Charles goes down and ends battle, you simply reverse it and you've got the order of flats, okay? B, E, A, D, G, C, F, okay? Or battle ends and down goes Charles' father. That's it, okay? So that is the order of flats. So now we start at 12 o'clock on C, and we move down that number of semitones, okay? And we get F, okay? F is our first flat key signature because it only has one flat in it. And if you remember what we were looking at before, the first name or the first word in the rhyme there, battle, B, okay? So the only flat in F is B, okay? We continue down again, and then we've got the same again, battle ends, so B and E, so there's 2 flats. Continue down again, and you've got B, E, and A. Continue down again, B, E, A, D. Continue again, B, E, A, D, G. Continue again, B, E, A, D, G, C. And finally again, B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. And you just remember that nursery rhyme, battle ends and down goes Charles' father for the flats, and for the other way, Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Well done guys for making it to the end. So we're gonna drive everything home now, but you've done a great job thus far, okay? So now you know that just with that simple nursery rhyme, just remembering that, Father Charles goes down and ends battle, you've got all the number of sharps, okay? So if a key signature has 1 sharp, okay, or if you want to play a song in the key signature of G major, then it's gonna have an F sharp chord in it, yeah? Great, and you want to continue down and you want to write something with 2 sharps, you know how to work that out now, great. And on the flip side, if you want to write something in a flat key signature, you just use the order backwards, B, E, A, D, G, C, F, and that's it. So 1 flat key signature would be B, 2 flats, B and E, and so on and so on. And one more thing that I will add, guys, is at the bottom there, you've got F sharp and you've got G flat. So check it out at the very, very bottom, yeah? What does that mean? Why is there 2, okay? Well, as you probably know, they're the same sounding notes, so you can have either key signature. It just depends whether you're working in sharps or flats. So if you've got 6 sharps, okay, then it's gonna be F sharp, but if you've got 6 flats, then it's gonna be G flat, okay? And if you're writing your own song, it's gonna be the same chords, so you can write either. It's just to let you know that that's how it works, okay? That you can have either. It just depends if you're working in sharps or flats, okay? So well done guys for making it to the end, great job. Now you know all of the major key signatures and whether there's sharps and flats in all of them. And if you want to know how to build chords and write songs in every single major key signature that we're looking at here, click this video and that will give you all that you need, okay? So there's no stopping you now. You now know the theory why, and you know how many sharps and flats in every key signature, you know all the relative minors, and you know how to write songs in every key signature using that video there. And it really doesn't stop here, guys. Don't think that it does, that we've learnt this circle of fifths and somehow, you know, you're gonna just put it in a pile and you're gonna forget about it. We're gonna keep coming back to the circle of fifths, so it's really, really important that you do understand. But we're gonna start doing chord changing exercises, arpeggios, and different scale motifs and different ways to practice the circle of fifths so it doesn't just become some theory exercise that you don't think of again. We'll start getting it intertwined with our playing, okay? Well done, guys, great job. Now, if you do like what I do, if you like the effort that I put in, click like. If you are still a little bit confused, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. But otherwise, well done, guys. See you again soon.